Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Tailgate Debate. I'm Anthony. I'm here with Zach and Jamie. Instant playoff reactions tonight. We're not going to go long because the playoff rankings got started so late. They were supposed to be at 9, but the overtime basketball game made it go till 10. So we're just going to do a quick review. Plus, there was no change in the top five. What you guys have any takeaways from the rankings? It's still Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU, Tennessee, LSU moved up to 6, and then USC sitting at 7. And I personally think that those 7 are the only teams that are in the mix at this point, barring chaos. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I said last time that if everything goes chalk, I think it'll be Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State winner, us, and then TCU at the 4. And that's still what I think. I think that at the end of the day, they might just line the resumes up and then make the playoff what they want it to be instead of what it should be or anything to do with consistency. And they have at least the people talking about it on TV have a pretty clear recency bias when they're talking about, USC might get a couple of good wins in the next 2 weeks. They have 0 ranked wins right now. They played 1 ranked team all season and lost. So I don't know how much that recency bias is going to play into it, but it's absurd to me if it does. So
Yeah, Jamie.
No surprises with the rankings.
So let me ask you guys real quick, just the scenario they were just talking about on television. I think we might have talked about this last week, so we can keep it short. LSU wins out. If LSU were to win out, beats A&M, beats Georgia in the SEC championship, they're sitting right one spot behind us now. Do you guys think there's any scenario where the committee jumps them over us for the 4th spot? I say I cannot imagine a 2-loss team that we beat head to head getting over us with just a conference championship. I don't think that's enough. But what do you think?
I think they would just drop Georgia into 3 and plug us in at 4 and then leave LSU at 5.
Yeah, because we couldn't move ahead of Georgia with the loss,
No.
which is the same reason that you couldn't move LSU in front of us with the loss.
Yeah, exactly.
And then USC is the other X factor. They're saying if they win out, win the conference title, they think there might be some scenario where they jump us. So it looks like those two are the only real threat. Other than that, we're just waiting for Michigan, Ohio State to lose. Of course, Herbie's already starting his bullshit with maybe the loser of that game gets to stick around. We knew that conversation was going to start. I don't think that's a scenario. I don't think they have the resume to stay. I think the loser of that game has to go, even if it's Ohio State. Barring an instant classic game where maybe it goes to overtime or both teams just look phenomenal and it's a field goal game at the end, which I don't think will be the case. I think it'll be super ugly, low scoring, and I don't expect anybody to be all that impressive because I don't think either team is impressive. So I don't think that's going to be an issue.
No, the only way that ends up is what we were talking about before we started. If TCU and USC lose, then there'll just be no one left. So it'll probably be 2 SEC, 2 Big Ten teams.
Yeah, I don't know that TCU is going to lose. I felt pretty strongly they were going to drop Texas. They didn't. They won a super shitty, ugly game. So I think the only team that gets them at this point, and of course you never know, they still got to play Baylor. They got to play Iowa State, and then they have to play the title game, which will be Kansas State probably, and that'll be a game. Baylor schizophrenic, that could be a game, but I don't know. TCU's been taking care of business so far, so I don't expect them to lose at least before championship weekend. I mean, I hope they do to start to clear things up, but who knows? I think if we get to number 4 before championship weekend, that would be a huge lift. Not before the last game of the weekend. I mean, before Ohio State, Michigan. Any other takeaways? Any add-ons? Anything? This was pretty uneventful. Really, almost nothing changed other than the bottom half of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, they seem pretty set in stone, is what the committee seems to be saying.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear to me. All these guys buying LSU. I'm not buying it. I think that's hype. I can't see it too. No 2-loss team has ever gotten in the playoff. LSU is not. I just don't think is that team that gets in the playoff with 2 losses as the first team when they would have to jump somebody that beat the dog shit out of them. I just don't see it. So I'm not buying that. Plus LSU is not going to beat Georgia in the SEC title, so it won't matter.
Yeah, they opened as 2 touchdown dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be far worse than that.
I agree.
LSU's not good. They're not good. That's been proven. We proved it. We smacked the shit out of them. I don't, whatever. That'll hopefully take care of itself. Anything else?
No, I mean, it looks like the committee is pretty committed to just slotting in whoever loses and move everyone else up one and be done with it. So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. A lot of talking heads have a lot of different opinions, so we'll see how it all shakes out. This is a shitty system. They gotta get to 12 games. Sitting here waiting to see if you might get fucked over is just, it's ridiculous. If you don't have a big brand, you really are at risk for subjectivity in this process, but we'll see. All right, so we'll do the Thursday episode, I guess Thursday. Or we might just use this one for this week since there's not much college football going on until the weekend. And then we'll get back together. All right,
okay,
that's it. See you.
see it.